because Ollie wants to be part of this, apparently.
Yeah, well,
Our
it is what it is.
What is it?
Oh, hello. How you doing?
dog is
Oh,
very
no
needy.
idea.
Um, well, we really appreciate you doing this for us.
Are
We're
we
really
being
excited.
recorded? Are we being recorded?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Because I like I said, please forgive me. It's like The Thing is my absolute favorite movie ever since I saw it when I was 6 years old in a drive-in theater. So
Your parents are
I'm
weird.
getting excited. I have a tendency to ramble, so please forgive me.
Well, that's your age.
But you said when I said it is what it is because our dog likes to get involved.
Oh,
He has
what a
to be
cutie.
held.
Hello. Oh, what a cutie. That's is that part King Charles Spaniel?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's 100%
Oh,
Cavalier.
it's 100. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. We have two of them. Galahad's napping over there.
The other
They're
one is
very,
like,
they're
I don't
very, they're
care.
very sweet
Yeah.
animals.
I'll be your disembodied voice for this interview because I'm over here holding the dog.
And
um,
who? What is your name?
my name's
Cal.
Peter.
Hi,
My wife
Peter.
is Kala.
Hi, Calla.
Hiya.
And then that's
Ollie.
Ollie and Galahad's dogs. Our channel is called DALWHINNY.
Yes.
It's a Scotch Gaelic for the meeting place because our channel it's very small, but it's a lot of our interests coming together. And one of the things is movies, and especially this movie, The Thing. But we also wanted to talk to you more about your career and everything instead of just the movie. Because first we wanted you were born and raised in Philadelphia.
Hang on, ask him how he's doing today.
Oh, how are you feeling today?
I'm great. I'm in Los Angeles at Venice Beach was where I
Oh,
live,
nice.
and it's a perfectly beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky,
Oh,
sun is
nice.
shining, everything's beginning to bloom. It was a long winter here.
Oh,
Here
really?
too. We're in the county north of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
so we're in Amish country.
I was just reading something in the paper about a murder in Lancaster, in the Amish country. But go
Oh,
ahead.
jeez.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah,
Can I put you
a lot
down?
of people aren't aware about Lancaster itself. There's a lot of Amish, but there's actually a city called Lancaster,
Yeah.
and it's a city, so there's a great degree of crime and that kind of stuff. That may have been where it happened. I don't know.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of us that are.
In any event, let's get
Yeah.
back.
So actually, you wanted to open.
Oh
Ask.
yeah, because we saw you're from Philadelphia. Hello.
Hello.
So I have a question for you, and you
Okay.
may need to defend your answer. Uh, Pat's or Geno's for cheesesteak?
Oh, God, it's been so long. I left Philadelphia when I was 17.
Oh,
But
wow.
we used to go to, God, what was that place on Ridge Avenue? Or maybe Henry Avenue. I'm
Hmm.
blanking. It's a long time ago.
I
Luke's
see.
or something.
Yeah.
Uh, okay.
But we do have some great Philadelphia cheesesteak places out here.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay,
really
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Because here, we're not even all that far from Philadelphia, and cheesesteak here in the Lancaster area, it's different. They put like a red tomato sauce, almost like a marinara type sauce on it all the time.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's not the same.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
that's not Philadelphia.
No,
No,
not at all.
it's Amish.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Whatever.
Um, so,
Stooges.
yeah, one of the things we wanted to talk about, you mentioned in your first email to us was that you said you went to the same high school as Larry Fine.
Yeah.
Are you a Stooges fan?
Oh, I was growing up. I
Mm,
mean, good Lord, we just lived and loved that stuff, you
mm.
know. Um,
Us too.
those three guys, Mo Howard and Larry Fine and his Mo's brother, I believe. Um, but yeah, they used to play on what Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
My brother and I used to just eat that stuff up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yes, yes. Do you
Yeah,
have a favorite Stooge? I mean, most people say Curly, but not everybody.
I say Larry.
No, it was the aggregate. I mean, Curly was the clown,
Right.
but the three of them together made magic, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really it. I don't think you can find a more dynamic group of comedians put together, honestly. I mean,
Oh,
there's a couple of other legendary teams, but the Three Stooges,
yeah.
I think they just endure more than
Well,
many of the others.
speaking of teams, it was either Penn or Teller who also went to my high school. So there
Oh,
was from Penn and Teller, the
oh, okay.
guys
All right, that's cool.
Ah.
and
Um,
Norman Fell went to my high school from The Graduate and Three's Company
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Actually, he was my friend Spencer. When I was a kid, I had a friend named Spencer Schilling. We all grew up together and everything. And one day he said, "Yeah, yeah, my uncle Norman is an actor." And I said, a what? He's an actor. I mean, it was so out of the realm of you could do that. I said, "What are you talking about?" And he talked about he had that series long ago with George C. Scott. It was a cop series, I think in the late 60s or
Hmm.
early 70s. And that was the first time I really went, oh, people become actors. That was the first time that ever occurred to me, you know?
Right. Was that something that kind of spurred your interest in getting into acting, knowing
No,
that?
not at all. Not
Oh,
at all.
okay.
Oh,
Um, I on my 13th birthday, my mother took my brother and I downtown to see Lawrence of Arabia at the
oh wow.
Arcadia on Art Street. And I was, it just gobsmacked me. I was
Hmm.
just mesmerized. That man, that gorgeous Peter O'Toole,
Mm.
and the desert and the sweeping vistas and
Yeah, it
the
is pretty epic.
and I went, What's going on up there?" It blew me away. You
Hmm.
know, that was the first time I really focused on movies.
Hmm. So did you get into acting like while you were in high school, like doing theater or anything like that?
Not at all. I was a competitive gymnast.
Wow.
Oh, that's
So,
interesting.
yeah, so I came out to USC on a full scholarship, and during my freshman year, I realized that I just didn't have the body to advance to an Olympic level. My
Okay.
bones are heavy, and the guys who were really excelling were thin-boned with long muscles,
Okay.
and it was a different body type than mine. And I kind of got really, well, depressed because this is what I was planning. And I was at the gym one day working out, and a guy from the theater department used to drop in. And one day he came over and said to me, "Hey, Joel, uh, they're doing West Side Story for the spring production on the main stage here at USC. Maybe they need a tumbler. Are you interested?" And I went, "Okay, I'll try that out." And I just kind of wandered over to the theater and having never done an audition, I knew nothing about any of it. And I walked in and they cast me because I used to sing in high school or junior high in a
Hmm.
choir. I had rhythm and I loved the West Side Story, score. I
Hmm.
knew it backwards and forwards. And then there was the gymnastics in the movie.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
that kind of
ended,
helped out.
oh my God, I thought everybody would be dancers. Forget about it. I was more flexible. I had more rhythm and muscle memory than most of
Yeah.
the people there. So my first play, West Side Story, I did with John Ritter, John Ashton, who just passed, rest his soul, from Midnight Run and Beverly Hills Cop,
Hmm.
and Jack Bender, who became the producer of Lost, and
Okay, yeah.
Paul Link, who was in Chips later on. So I had this incredible cast of, you know, upcoming young
Mm.
talent, and that was it. I was done. I just went, okay, this is a lot more fun than working out.
Yeah.
um,
Less abuse on the body.
Yeah, we were gonna ask, where is it?
Uh,
When
we
we
didn't
were
talk to Tom.
last week, we talked to Tom Waits, and he had mentioned that you went to Yale um, for drama.
Yeah.
What was that like? Going. I didn't realize you had started in USC, so I'm assuming you had to transfer. And what was the process like for that?
Well, I I I lost my scholarship in the third year at USC.
Mm.
I dropped out of school and I joined the circus for a few months. And then after 3 months of that, I thought, if I stay here, I'll be dead within. And it was crazy. It was a musical circus we were trying out up in the Bay Area, and I mean, I saw tight wire walkers fall off the wires
Oof.
without nets. I saw people bouncing off the sets. I saw people breaking, and I thought it's just a matter of time. And
Oh
I'm
wow,
Wow.
like that.
wow.
So I quit, and I came back to New York. And I took myself up to New York for the first time by myself as an adult, 19, as adult as I could be. And I enrolled at NYU and spent a summer there with the acting teacher had directed Raisin in the Sun on Broadway. And he
Okay.
was a marvelous teacher, and it totally was different from the training I was getting at SC. And
Huh.
at the end of that, I said, Lloyd, what do I do now? He said, go back and finish your degree and apply to a master's project program.
Okay.
So I auditioned for Juilliard, NYU, and Yale, and just I guess it was my day. I got in. I got into Yale. So I loaded up my '54 Ford pickup truck with a camper on the back, and I drove
Ah.
back across to New Haven. And I started Yale Drama School, which was like like learning how to swim after being thrown into the deep end, you know?
Ooh,
I can
okay.
imagine.
I mean, but the good news was my ego was so out of control that I thought I could do anything and I was better than everybody.
Hmm.
And
19-year-olds.
I quickly learned that there were a lot of really beautiful, talented people in the world. So I went to school with Sigourney Weaver and worked with her. And I did a summer of theater with Meryl Streep.
Yeah, we
And
saw that picture. It's pretty cool.
I worked with Alan Rosenberg, who went on to do a lot of series and became the Screen Actors Guild president. And Johnny Rothman was there, and Christine Estabrook, and then I went down to New York and threw and jumped into the end of the pool there.
I
Yeah.
just want to let you know that Tom, who went to Juilliard, was in awe of you being at Yale. And he just like, because he mentioned that you went to Yale, and he goes, and Joel just, oh, he's just so amazing. This Yale drama actor. So just so you know,
High praise.
yeah, you get praise on it.
Well, also Richard Mazur was at Yale, and
Okay.
David Clennon was at Yale,
Oh, okay, cool.
and Tommy was at Juilliard, but so was Keith David. So
Yeah.
John Carpenter hired, and then from ACT in San Francisco, Charlie Hallahan was from ACT.
Hmm.
Uh, Donald Moffat went to the Royal Shakespeare Company. I mean, he picked a bunch of classically trained actors.
Well, and that's one of the things I feel like, doing this project about the movie. It's like it almost seems like it's a perfect storm of not just, direction and the special effects, which a lot of people talk about, but the level of talent. Like you said, all of the background you see everybody has. Juilliard, Yale, ACT, the Royal Shakespeare Company. I mean, you just can't get better than that. It's just, it was.
No.
This isn't just, can you scream on cue? All right, good, you're hired.
Yeah.
um,
Say we're up to
do you watch any of your movies? Are you like a fan of like the movies you've made and the TV shows you've been in? Because you've been in a lot of TV shows. I mean, a lot of the hits out there.
yeah.
Yeah. No. I'm of course I'm interested in the art form,
Hmm.
and I often go to the lesser seen or known movies. As a
Hmm.
matter of fact, last weekend I was up in Sonoma County and I went to see a movie called The Penguin Lesson. Never heard of it. Just came
Mm,
out. It's fantastic, small film. So you know, I'm an aficionado of the art form, and I know something about, of course, cinema history.
mm,
But in terms of my own work, no, I don't tune in that
mm.
much. I've
Um,
actually only seen The Thing 3 or 4 times.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
You know,
But you lived it. You don't need to watch it.
yeah,
um, we noticed that we were in quite a lot of like the police procedurals or the murder mystery type shows. Are you a
yeah.
fan of those type of shows and things like that?
No, I'm a working actor,
Mm,
so you know, I didn't have a breakthrough part.
mm,
I had a couple of opportunities, but at that point, at a certain point, I just, you know, I'm making a living, and I
mm.
made a decent living as an actor, and had a great time, and that was more important to me than becoming rich or,
Okay.
you know,
You actually get to love your job,
Mm.
which is rare.
yeah, yeah. I always said I get to play for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
what you
play.
can't ask for better than that.
No, you
Like
can't. And
we had that for a while as a firefighter.
Yeah.
I continued my theater career all the way through. The last play I did, I think I was 66 when I did that. So I had a 40-year theater career, which was
Very-
really enlivening and very nourishing as an actor. Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine. I mean, going to the thing.
We're just watching our time. Sorry.
Um, how did you get hired? I know, like, you went to Yale. Did
No,
they see you?
I had an agent in New York. I did kind of when about a year after I got to New York, I got a play that got a lot of attention, and I got a lot of recognition. So I got a really good agent, Susan Smith, God bless her, rest her soul. And I went in for the audition. And
Cool.
it turns out that John, who had gone to USC Film School, he actually saw me in the only student film I ever did.
Oh
And
wow.
he remembered me from a particular moment from that film.
Oh, that's pretty well. Then that means you made an impression. Then,
I did.
uh,
I actually slipped on my ass. But I was running up these stairs, something was happening in the house, and I slipped and fell down, and I got up and I continued running into
hmm,
the house because something was happening, and they caught it live on camera, and it was alive, it was real. So
hmm.
you remember that.
That's
But
that
I thought that was
Stooges
always
training.
Hmm.
pleasant.
All those years watching the Stooges pays off.
Now, years ago, there was that documentary "Terror Takes Shape," and you mentioned you were talking about the bus ride from hell, as everybody seems to call it. And I remember you said at the end of it, the end of the night, it's the morning now, and John Carpenter greets you guys after this harrowing journey, and he's all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and everything. He's like, did he immediately like say, "Oh, you guys kind of been through something, maybe take a break," or he was like, "No, let's use this
Oh,
drama and get to it"?
no, no, no. He welcomed us to Stewart, British Columbia, where the motel was.
Mm,
And we started probably the next day, maybe the day after.
mm.
But
Okay, good.
we had that day to sleep and settle in and get
Okay,
ready.
all right. um,
Because that's the way you tell that story. I mean, like, I don't know how you didn't say, you know what, I'm out.
yeah, the
Well, it's gotten a little hyperbolic, let us say.
okay.
But it was, the bus did slide, didn't hit the mountain, but the bus did slide, and then it started sliding the other way, and then everybody came up front and watching out the windows. And, and well, they did. I sent you a picture of a small plane, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
They flew us back instead of
Okay.
the bus.
No more buses. We're flying this
Yeah,
time.
right, exactly.
Now, were you able to add any of your own personal touches or have any input on the character of Fuchs when you started getting like, doing the
Sure,
wardrobe?
there were things like, for instance, that neck warmer that I wore.
Mm,
Um, I went to the costumer and it was cold on the soundstage in
mm,
at Universal. It was low 50s or something. And
right.
asked her if she would knit together a, a scarf and make it so that I could pull it over my head and just have it on me because when I get sick, I get it through my neck. I get it
I
Okay.
see.
But a week later, all the crew on the set had neck warmers.
You set a trend.
Yeah, absolutely. So things like that.
Mm,
And I had input, um, costumes, some prop stuff,
mm,
but basically the character was just there written,
okay.
described by the writer as unassuming, intelligent, a
Mm.
biologist. That was it.
Well, going from the character being a biologist, we understand you studied a little bit about what a biologist does in
Well, I'd
order.
never taken a biology course when I was at USC, so I went to small college in New York, and
Mm,
I just audited a basic biology course. I loved biology in high school.
mm,
This gave me an opportunity to just kind of bone up on, you know,
okay.
the ham bones connected to the wrist bone and that kind of.
I see.
As a matter of fact, I told Wilford Brimley that I'd gone and taken a biology course, and he looked at me and he went, "What for?" And I said, "Well, Wilfred, I want to, I want to know more about what the guys." He said, "This movie's about rubber and steam." That's what Wilfred said to me. Here I'm doing a method acted shit, and he's going like, "Forget about it. Just show up." It was really
Oh, it's very interesting how people have different approaches on when they show up for work.
Yeah.
everybody
Well,
works a
yeah.
different way, you know. It's a very it's a very personal um, formula,
Mm,
uh, but mostly they're looking for you to show up. I mean, if you're doing Shakespeare, you need training.
mm,
You need to know what you're doing. Um, but everybody has a different way of working. I mean, you got the Daniel Day-Lewis way over here,
mm.
and then you got Wilford Brimley over here, like that.
Based on some of the pictures we've seen, there's a lot of camaraderie on the set. It seemed like there was a lot of fun during the downtime. What kind of things
Oh,
did you do?
yeah. Uh, we rehearsed for a couple of weeks before we shot the film.
Mm,
So we were all off script and we became like a theater ensemble. And so we were interacting on that level. I
mm.
mean, just we became very friendly with everyone. And like I just went and had coffee with David Glennon yesterday.
Oh,
And
cool.
I'm going to see Tommy do his show in New York. And Keith, I talk to once in a while. And Richard, occasionally I get in touch with him. And Peter Maloney and I had got a phone
Oh, cool.
relationship and all that. So
That's really cool.
sorry, the guys who were here, like Dicehart and Donald and
Mm,
Wilford, I'm sorry they're gone,
mm,
but we had fun.
mm. Well, speaking of those, the guys who are a bit more, seasoned actors in filming, because this was your first movie, The Thing.
Yes,
Did you go to any of these guys for assistance or advice when it comes to?
yes, yes. I went to Dicehart and I said, "Holy mackerel!" When that close-ups on you, man, I said, "I better." And he said to me, "Joel, this is all you need to know. Now you're sitting in a movie theater and suddenly your face is on the screen and you're looking this way and somebody does something over here and you move your eyes and on the screen your eyes shift 15 feet." I said, "Oh." He said, "Don't do anything, just listen and just be present." So
Wow.
that was huge because I'd never
Mm,
worked in front of a camera. It took me a little while to get
right.
used to that thing just sitting there and it can
Mm,
see everything. It sees I mean, that's the secret to film acting. What are you thinking? Your forehead becomes a movie screen of the
mm,
interior of your psyche.
Right.
and the great actors that you see it right there. I mean, I used to think Henry Fonda or John Wayne didn't do anything. They were doing a lot. They were
Hmm.
being they were being present. That's what the camera gets. Whatever's really going on is what the camera gets.
Oh
Hmm.
wow.
That's
Yeah.
wow. That's very insightful. That's really interesting.
Because you see that in old movies from the 20s. It's all the eyes. Because
Yeah.
they had no their lines were text later.
Yeah,
So it
the
all had
silent
to be,
movies.
yeah.
Yeah, they had to be very expressive.
Yeah, but just go back to I mean, look at Clint Eastwood. He's made an incredible career
Hmm.
just being
Squinting.
still, and
Hmm.
squint, whatever. Yeah.
um,
Yeah, so when he stops squinting and his eyes open, you know there's trouble.
we know there was a part in the movie that there wasn't really much acting needed. Is when the reveal of the creature they bring back from the Norwegian base,
That smoke.
that acrid smoke that they put in there, was pretty. We understand was pretty pungent, and like I said, you see a few of the guys coughing, and that was a genuine reaction. You know, what was it like for you?
Uh, yeah, I remember I tried to you know, I smelled it. You
Mm,
could smell it, and it was bitter and
mm,
acidic.
mm.
So I mean, I remember Donald went like this, put
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
up on his nose, and that made perfect sense to me. As a matter of fact, yeah. So I mean, so much of our reactions to the thing,
Mm,
it was playing out in front of us by that brilliant imagination of Rob Bottin
mm.
creating effects were amazing. And I mean, David Clennon sums it up with "You got to be fucking kidding" when that thing. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
perfect response to what we were experiencing.
Mm. And that's one of the things we wanted to ask you, and it clearly is you still, are impressed by it. It's like, the level of detail involved in his special effects and the things that he created. Because Tom had mentioned that sometimes you're not acting with the effects in the scene because you're just, you're having something there as a placeholder. But it seems like other times the effects were there in screen. So it's like I just, it's like I can't imagine what it was like being there, seeing this level of detail and expertise going on.
But were you
Well,
also like, Rob, did somebody hurt you? Because this is some crazy stuff.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, she was asking if you felt like Rob needed a hug or something because some of the things he came up were kind of disturbing.
Oh, well, this is a compliment to John Carpenter. He told Rob what he wanted when he was interviewing him
Mm.
about, and Rob drew some stuff, and John looked at it and said, can you really do this? And he went, yeah, you're hired. So John had an amazing, I mean, you already mentioned it. He would delegate responsibility to the people that he trusted, including
Mm.
himself in the casting, by the way.
Yeah.
And uh, he was like a great general, you know. He had lieutenants and people to do
Mm.
what he wanted, and they did, and they came through. And Rob worked like a madman on those special effects, and he really needed to rest, let's just say, after the
Yeah.
Yeah.
film was over. He took himself out for a little while and got himself straight. But he's 23 years old, this big bear of a kid with a big beard and long hair and everything. He was amazing, just amazing.
You say, kid, you're about the same age at the time.
I'm about 6 or 7 years older than he is.
Oh, okay.
I
um,
turned 30 during the filming of the movie.
okay. One of the things I want to ask is
Tommy
like,
will tell you about that. Go on.
one of the things we noticed is when the scene where Blair is, busting up the radio room, and then you subdue him, and we actually see Fuchs like kind of fall backwards a little bit. I was wondering what happened there, if you remember.
I do remember. I fell back a little bit.
As I
Was
said,
that scripted or like, oops?
No, it was like, once again, like me slipping and falling on my butt. I got pushed back and I went back, you know. Wilford's a tough guy, man. Let me tell you.
Mm,
Yeah.
I mean, he was in his late 40s, I think, or
mm.
maybe, and he he was a wrangler and a
Yeah.
real cowboy.
Yeah.
And, he could be tough.
There's one of the things I also wanted to mention. We've been in talking with Stuart Cohen,
Huh?
and he was talking about the movie is less about the alien and more about the monster within the man. And during the blood sabotage sequence, when everybody's standing around trying to figure it out, I thought it was really interesting how your character Fuchs, who's always been soft spoken and mild mannered, then when somebody starts accusing Dr. Copper, you see this fury of rage come out. It's like, why would he do that? And he's literally yelling at one of the more intimidating guys in the group.
He's yelling at Charles.
I just think that's really good. It's subtle, but I think it's really good showing how the group is breaking down and how someone who seems to be like level-headed and mild-mannered um just getting so angry so quickly like that. I thought it was quite interesting. I was wondering, do you feel the same way about that kind of thing? It's like, does it seem I'm
More.
please forgive me, I kind of rambled a bit, so I just want to know what you felt about it.
Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, I mean, this guy lives in his head. Hugh Fuchs he's a scientist, but he's human, and the pressure's building because I mean, you remember COVID.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was nuts out there.
Yeah.
You might be in line with a mask on and somebody pulls their mask off and off you go, you know?
Mhm.
So it was like that. I mean, that the situation was like that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I want to interject some. I just wanted to let you know we've been watching a lot of these reaction videos where people watch the thing for like the first time.
Mhm.
And I just wanted to let you know a lot of these people who are horror fans, they give McCready but also Fuchs a lot of credit that you guys are very unique in the horror genre where you're actually level-headed and thinking things through. You're not just like, well, let's just run out into the snow and do something stupid. I just want to.
Yeah, but then
Whereas
what
a
do I
lot of
do
people love Fuchs.
what did I do before I died? I ran out of the snow and acted stupid.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, like I said, I don't know if you really watch any videos about it or anything like that.
Oh, I didn't know that there was such a thing, actually.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are. I'm sure you are aware of. Obviously, that's why we're talking. Is that it's my favorite movie, despite its being been out there for over 40 years, and people are still very fervently talking about it. And
Falling in love with
there's videos on YouTube about discussing about who died when and when the thing happened and other things. But lately, the last couple of years, there's been a big crop up of people, usually younger people, newer horror fans, who are watching the movie for the very first time, and they have entire YouTube channels dedicated to their reactions of watching movies, usually from back in the day, for the first time. And it's actually quite interesting to see some of the people, they're new fans and just watch an older movie, and they still say, they keep saying, this is from the 82. This is like something that could be today and be, awesome. It's like they really do give it a good compliment when they talk about how well done the movie is, and all of it, the acting, the special effects, everything.
Yeah, a lot of people get upset when Fuchs is killed too. They're like, "Oh man, he was a sensible one."
Glad to hear it.
Good.
One of the things I did want to ask you is, what do you think happened to Fuchs?
The mystery.
Were you because you sent that picture where Fuchs was originally supposed to die being impaled on a door. How did you feel about the change?
Oh, it's so funny to hear that Southern Pennsylvania accent. I grew up with that, so I talk like I went to Central School and give me a glass of water. And
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
it's so funny to listen to that. I love it.
You're doing the wash. You're not
Yeah.
washing.
Yeah, there was a different death originally written for me, and when you saw me on the door, I'm waving. It's
Yeah. That was hilarious.
like John looked at it and he went, "What am I doing? This isn't a slasher movie. This is a creature he had to think through the thing's mind to
Yeah.
what it was doing. It was protecting itself. So that's why he changed the death. It
Mm,
didn't, it wasn't, it was something else. It was from a different genre.
mm.
And
Okay.
yeah, and he said that to me. Oh my God, what was I thinking?
Now, were you?
Which was good for me because he wrote a bunch of scenes for me that we shot in Alaska that weren't in the original script.
Ah,
That was
That's
great.
cool.
so the
Yeah.
change gave you a bit more screen time as
It
well.
gave me a lot more screen time.
Oh, very
That's cool.
nice.
Yeah.
It's like I'll take it. I'll take the change. Yes.
I wasn't arguing at that point. Yeah.
Do you have an opinion on who may or may not be the thing at the end of the movie?
Yeah, that's one of the hottest contented.
Uh, no, I kind of love the way it ends. They shot a couple of different endings,
Mm,
and John went with, I thought, the best ending because it leaves room for, I mean, you're asking this question 40 years later.
right, right. Yeah, it's a hotly debated topic even now. I know I belong to a number of groups on Facebook that talk about the movie all the time, and it's still a hotly debated topic. It's
That makes
like
me wonder about the American educational system, but other than that, we have got better things to talk about. But that's okay. I love it. It's
Yeah.
great. I love my fans. I love the fans. It actually is when I go to these conventions, it's really such a love fest
mm,
to see all the people who were affected and enjoyed the movie so much. Yeah,
um,
Movies are a distraction from life.
yeah,
If just for an hour and a half, 2 hours, it gets you out of your world.
that's true.
And I have mental health issues, so I can never thank there's some actors I can never thank enough for having like a comedy role that got me out of that. So thank you, because being able to just get me out of my head for just a short time, it really does mean the world to me.
Wow. But I think it's true for everybody. I mean, we go to the movies to escape
mm,
Yeah.
the drudgery sometimes of our daily routines, or there's something going on like COVID
Mm,
or what's going on in our government right now,
yeah.
and
Unfortunately,
gives us a chance to just back away and take a breath and get into a whole other, our imaginations,
yeah.
mm,
which is absolutely necessary for all of our mental health.
yeah. Um, it is a welcome break, like you said, from the drudgery. Sometimes just break
Yeah.
away from reality for a little while.
I mean, I'm always struck by at the conventions, thousands of people drive hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles to come and meet us and see
Mm,
us because of what we're talking about right now. We're all, as an actor, I just feel so blessed that I was able to do this movie. I loved the 1951 Howard Hawks version.
mm,
Yeah.
And so to be part of it and then to realize that all of us thought it was just a great story
right.
Yeah.
and we really enjoyed it and still enjoy it. And I don't know, there's some so magical about that. I love that.
Speaking of, like, how you said you felt already that you were part of something special. What How did you feel when the movie didn't do so well at the box office? Did you feel
I
like it
was
was
really, I was very disappointed. And as a matter of fact, the other day I was going through my files and throwing stuff out, and I came across Vincent Canby's review of the
mm,
movie.
Oof.
And the last two paragraphs are just devastating. And but what it informed me was that Canby was too old to be
Mm,
writing
Yeah.
for film. He didn't understand what the changes were, not only in filmmaking,
mm.
but in zeitgeist. He called it horror porn.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that,
And I mean, John, with this movie, had a much more realistic take. You know, in the 50s and 60s, you went to see a World War II movie and somebody got shot with a 50 caliber machine gun, they'd go like that, and
Yeah.
then no
yeah.
blood, no blood.
Mhm.
And then Steven Spielberg comes along with Saving Private Ryan, and you're crying
Yeah.
because you see what it was really like
Right.
It
and
was
what that's
triggering.
really like, which there's no glory in that.
No.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought John just opened up just a much more realistic version and vision of what a lot of these sci-fi
Mm.
films do, you know? I mean, Alien came out, I think, after maybe just before our film. It went into the
79 it came out.
eight, 81, right?
1979.
79. Okay. So that's what was happening in in cinema. And Canby didn't see that.
All right, so he wasn't seem to be aware of the cultural shift as far as people
Yeah.
wanting to see, they want to be scared, and like I said, in a more realistic way than, say, like you said, people getting blown away and they go, oh, and they just fall
Yeah.
over, and that's about it.
Or you get shot and you have a 10-minute death scene. Yeah.
And you mentioned the one critic, but I said that doing research about this movie, and I said some critics were really especially harsh.
I don't think they got it. I don't.
I guess as I was thinking the same thing. It's like, that was one aspect that that didn't do well, and other people talk about ET being the juggernaut that it was.
And that
Uh,
opened the week before we
yeah,
opened.
Yeah.
I mean, just in doing this project, like I says, they had it was all ET was also released by Universal, correct?
Yeah.
So I was like, I thought it was strange to. I was like, we'll do an Alien movie, but then a couple weeks later, do a different Alien movie. I thought,
Well, what happened was, maybe you know this, there was another movie that was supposed to open the week we opened. It was with John Hurd and Nastasia Kinski, and somebody, I forget what it was. Mazur will know, he knows everything. Um, but it was in such bad shape that they couldn't open it. We were supposed to open in June at like a summer blockbuster or something. But we were done and ready. I mean, John got the thing done on time, under budget, and we were ready to go. So they flipped the opening to the week after ET, and
mm,
there was just a week's worth of publicity. There was no way to publicize the film.
okay, actually, I have not heard that before.
Oh
No.
yeah, yeah. So it was a marketing disaster for Universal because they they put us into an impossible slot.
Hmm.
And ET, everybody was still, they heard about ET the week before. They were running to see that.
Right.
And we had no time to market the film. So when the reaction to the film came out, we were all, and especially John,
Hmm.
it was hard, was just kind of really wounded and disappointed and hurt
Hmm.
by the reaction. But um, then as the years started going by, it started getting a video following and
Right.
started really selling like crazy in the video stores. And then
Hmm.
before you know it, it became what it is,
It's a
a
cult.
cult
Yeah.
classic, you
Yeah.
know?
Um, I'll be damned. I had a question. I can't remember what it was now.
And you'll remember it's the last a big budget at the time. It wasn't, but it for the time it was a lot of money that was made without CGI.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
CGI was
the
pretty new at
next
that
two,
time.
3 years, man, they just flipped over into the computer graphic imaging and you could do anything. So it's the reason the special effects are so astonishing is that they were built to happen in real
Right.
time, you
Yeah.
know?
That was the one question I remember that you mentioned. Now I remember the question. Charles Hallahan, who played Norris in that documentary from the '90s, he felt that the movie would have done better had it been released later in the year. Like I was thinking maybe Halloween. It's a scary movie. Why not during the spooky season? Do you think that might have been a difference?
Well, I already said if we had opened in June instead of, I remember it was cold in New York. It was snowing when I went to see the movie. So it must have been December. I don't know when ET opened, but it was planned. They would do a marketing campaign for 2, 3 months before it opened
Right.
to get it going. It would have done much better had we had the time to promote the movie.
Hmm.
But we were just thrown into it. Nobody knew what they were walking into, and that
I
was
see.
it.
Okay, because the only thing we had heard was that they didn't know how to market it, but now we understand they had no time.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah,
thank
they
you.
were trying out different, posters and stuff like that. Um, and then suddenly we were up on the what was the name of that movie that was supposed to open? I keep getting a rabbit in my head, an image of a rabbit.
Watership
Cat
Down.
movie. The cat, the cat people, something like that.
Okay.
Okay,
All
they're
right.
redoing that one.
And go to IMDb and look up Nastasia Kinski. There was some movie, the cat people or
Okay.
the something,
All
and
right. Yeah, we'll check it out.
it was a mess. So we were done,
I
and
see.
they opened us.
Um, well, thank you very much for talking about the thing. I do have some more things about your general career and everything. Um, is there any character or any role or anything that you're still interested in maybe wanting to do as far as an actor goes, whether it's theater or television or movies? Something that you've been wanting to do that you haven't got to yet?
I've had to take the last 5 years off
Hmm.
because I've been a caregiver. So
Okay.
I really have not worked in 5 years or more. Um, and I'm hoping that I still got the energy to go on stage for 2 hours and do
Hmm.
it. It's an athletic event, a play.
Hmm.
I'm sure television movies that I can do. There's nothing particular except that my desire to speak meaningfully
Hmm.
through my performances to people my age and younger
Hmm.
is becoming more important to me. There was a movie called Tuesdays with Maury
Uh-huh.
that came out in the '90s, and it became a play that worked off Broadway. And I've been offered a production of that, two characters, and it's a young man and an older man. And I'm looking at that. And it's
Hmm.
really weird because when the guy first handed me this script, of course, I thought I was going. I said, I'm too old to play this. I'm too old to play more Mitch,
Hmm.
who's 38. Of course, I'm thinking I'm like 38 still. The director said, Joel, no, Maury. And I went, oh, I guess I am getting old.
You look great. You do.
Thank you.
You and Tom still look great. It's people who've survived the '80s. Like we well, everybody looks great from the '80s. If you survive the '80s, you've survived anything.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Um,
well, yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. There are six of us left.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think about that. So Peter Maloney and Clennon and Norbert become dearer and dearer to me.
Hmm.
yeah.
And Kurt. I mean, I'm not in touch with him, but I'm so proud of him. And I mean, what a great actor he is. Not only a movie star, but he's just, he's a movie star.
Hmm.
He was a
Yeah.
movie star then. And he's just gotten better and better and better. And I love his movies, and I'm so happy for him and the celebrity and the achievements of his career. And Keith, same thing.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, that voice of Keith's, it's you hear that, automatically, yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah.
You know where that's coming from.
yeah.
Um, um, about like you said you're working on a book. Do you have a release date or anything? or is
Oh,
it still in?
I've got those snapshots that I took on the glacier when we were
Hmm.
shooting.
Mhm.
So I've got a friend, Fred Shahadi, the wonderful writer director from Philadelphia. He lives out here, and we've done some short films together. We've produced and directed and acted in 3 short films. We have a feature now. We're shopping, and we're looking to produce.
Oh, cool.
And Fred said, let's sit down with those the photographs, and we'll write, a nice blurb about each one, and we'll self-publish and see what comes of it. But that's still, you know, I'm,
Okay.
I'm not quite sure I'm there yet. It's
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
only
But
been 40 years.
well, thank you very much for the photos you did send. They are awesome. And it's like it really is like a time capsule. Go back and see.
Are you going to put them on your website? Is that it?
We're gonna if it's okay with you, we're gonna put them on a part of this video project for our channel. Um,
Are you going to use all of them?
well, not all of them because we want to have a couple that like Sailor to talk about, but then obviously we want people to want to buy your book so they can see all of the
Yeah,
pictures.
why don't you send me an email and let me know which ones you're going to use? I thought about that. I just had them here and I thought, well, I'll just send them and then
Mm,
I went, whoa, I got a book coming
right.
out.
Yeah,
But
because we
I don't mind. I
right.
mean, I don't want you to use all of them. So a
No,
few of
we
them,
won't.
No, just a
We'd
couple of them.
already, yeah, I already had
Yeah.
planned on
Yeah,
that.
we'd
3 or 4 would be great.
all right. Cool. Um
So, you say you do Comic Cons. Do you have like a social media where people can follow so they can keep up with where you're going to be?
No.
No.
okay. All righty.
So
uh,
everybody's just gonna have to wait. You guys be surprised.
Yeah, like I said, the last 5 years I've been
mm,
uh,
Right, yeah.
otherwise engaged, and so
mm,
I haven't kept up with all that stuff.
I see.
And that's okay with me, you know.
All
Do you
right.
have plans on getting back to into acting again, or
Well, I hope to get back on stage,
yeah?
and we'll see what happens with this feature film.
Okay.
It's very current.
Mm,
It's an action movie, but it's also has some major political overtones, and
okay.
I think it's important. So I would be producing that,
Mm,
and of course, and we'll see where we'll see. The world's open to me now.
mm. Okay. Um, we will definitely when I'm trying to figure out how to say this. When you're ready to release the movie, or if you want to send us some details about it, we will definitely plug it on our channel.
Oh, thank you very much.
Right.
No,
We don't have a big following, but
Not yet. We're trying.
maybe
yeah,
this project will put us a bit more bigger, get a bigger following, could talk about that for you.
Yeah.
thank you.
Any little publicity helps.
um, I'm not sure what else to ask you. I think we're finished with our questions. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to say or anything else you wanted to talk about, whether it's the thing or anything else about anything you've done. We really do appreciate the time you've given us. It was so fun, and I'm just trying to contain myself right now because this is really exciting to talk to you.
It's my pleasure. Really, thank you.
You're
But
welcome.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All righty then. Well, you have a good day. Enjoy the weather out there, and
I am, and boy, Pennsylvania. Whew, uh,
Yeah, if
good
you're
luck.
ever out here, lunch is on us.
Well, I'll be back actually. I'll be in Plymouth Meeting. You know Plymouth Meeting, or
Yep.
we're familiar with it. Yeah.
yeah, but near Valley Forge.
Mhm.
My niece lives there, and I'll be seeing her on June 28th. And then I'm going up to New York on the 3rd of June. So
Okay.
uh, I'll be hanging around Southeast Pennsylvania for a few days then.
All righty.
Send me your address. You never know, you know. I haven't been to Lancaster or Gettysburg. I've never been to Gettysburg, and I would love to see that. So,
Yeah, it's something to see. We've been there.
well, yeah, it's a real good time to go and see it right now. So,
Yeah, they have a. I know we did a self-guided tour, which is nice. You get to go at your own pace and see the monuments at your own time instead of being drug
sounds
around
great.
by
Yeah,
someone.
Sounds really great.
A lot of great.
Guys, anything else?
That
No,
is it. Thank you very much. We appreciate your time, and you have a good day, and we'll keep in touch.
Yes, please take care of yourself. You look great.
Thank you. That's a given. Thanks very much.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.